What? What? What?
Monkey Jones is gonna break your bones. He knows what he's talking about. He got stats, you know. A homegrown stone cold balls out killer and a no doubt thriller living in the back of a distillery.
DGB going great, thinking about life and shit. He's got a big dick, plenty on his mind to spit. So don't doubt his legitimacy. When you see his post, don't think we share and retweet.
Holy shit! Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Insufferable Social Media Argument, the podcast. It's DigiBro here.
Is that a siren?
Yes.
Me and Monkey Jones are joined by special guests who we've been hyping for weeks now.
For months
Asterios,
now.
Asterios Kokkinos. He made
Hey,
it.
hey guys, I'm talking to you from the streets of New York City. I'm super drunk because
perfect.
I'm trying to write, and the only way I can write is by getting drunk enough to to defeat my anxiety demons.
Yeah,
To put them away. Wait, are you guys Babylon 5 fans?
No.
No.
Okay. Well, hold on, let me see if I can find
We're
a
both
reference.
like a good 10 years younger than you, so adjust all your...
Well, how old do you think I am? What the fuck is that? The fuck are you talking about?
You're like
Oh, I'm
35, aren't you?
Okay,
That's
maybe
what I
I'm
thought.
exactly 35, but shut the fuck up. I don't know. What do you guys watch? Do you guys watch Step It Up? Huh? You remember
No.
Zendaya? Well, Zendaya. Okay, you guys don't Step It Up either. Wait, hold on. What's something you do know?
Anime.
Name a specific anime.
Cory in the House.
Ninja Scroll.
Okay,
Naruto.
I think I heard Cory
Akira?
in the house. I think I heard Cory in the house.
Yeah.
I'm trying to...
Okay,
Are we just at an improv show in the audience shouting out suggestions to you on stage?
that's my whole life. Welcome. It's just, everything else is just a platform for me to launch off in my improvised riffs and bits. But look, long story short, I worked on the same set that Cory in the House was shot on.
Whoa, really?
I don't believe you.
I do, because I don't think he would know that Cory in the House is a gigantic meme in the anime community, and so he wouldn't be making that up. Also, Asterios, I don't hear you
I
anymore.
think he died. I think he got hit by a bus.
Oh, shit. Well, while we're waiting on him to come back, Monkey, why don't we go over who won in the last episode?
Yeah, we might as well. If that's the most of the Asterios that we get, I think that
It
was
would be worth
perfect.
it for sure.
It's all I wanted.
Yeah.
So
It's
last
exactly
time,
what I expected, too.
if you may recall, we did not come together last episode. We actually played an episode from the future. So these are, I don't even know what these questions are because we haven't recorded them yet. These are 1,000 years out. But we had, do robots deserve human rights?
Hello.
Hello, Asterios.
Okay, can we start over? My recording died because the
No.
alarm reminding me to call into your show went off.
Why is your alarm set 5 minutes after the show starts?
Because I'm fat, I'm a big shot. I'm late.
And I'm recording everybody, so you don't have to worry about
Ah,
your
thank
recording.
God. Look,
I
okay,
think
look.
that's going to be our reliable
Well,
recording. for this.
okay, yeah, look. If there's one person who's not reliable here, it's me. Look, but here's the story, real quick. So, guess who else was on the Paramount lot? That's right, Frasier. You guys probably know his grandpa Frasier or some shit.
I watched Frasier as a kid.
Yeah, I bet you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Anyway, it's probably too. Look, I don't know how you. Oh God, I'm so drunk. Anyway, so long story short, you know that little dog from the set of Frasier?
Yeah.
Guess what it loved to do? Run around the Paramount lot and murder cat after cat after cat.
Fuck
Dozens and dozens of cats were found dead on the Paramount lot, and it was all traced back to the dog that played Eddie. Because the dog that played Eddie is a very specific breed of dog that's hyper intelligent. It's why they most often use those dogs in television shows and movies. But if those dogs aren't given a purpose, they'll find their own purpose. And Eddie's was to kill.
Awesome.
Wow.
Anyway, I never saw the Cory in the House cast. I'm sure they were nice.
Asterios, have you ever listened to any of the episodes of this podcast you're currently on? Do you have any idea what it's about?
I don't even listen to the episodes of my own podcast I make.
Believe that.
Are you kidding me?
Well, okay, so this show is basically a direct ripoff of The Biggest Problem in the Universe.
I heard about this. Yes.
Yeah, so we usually start off the show by going over who won and lost in our arguments on the previous show.
Bring it.
So we'll be doing that for the next few minutes. We'll try to involve you.
Yeah, I'll involve myself. Don't worry about me. I'll force my way in.
All right. So the first debate last week was, do robots deserve human rights? Asterios, I'll tell you the two options. You tell us what you think won.
Okay.
We had no, it defeats the point of robots, and yes, robots are the African slaves of the 31st century.
Oh. I'm going to say, look, I don't know who won, but I would hope that, it's like robots definitely don't deserve rights. Like
Hey,
my toaster doesn't deserve rights. Like if I grow a flower, it doesn't deserve rights. Like these are inanimate objects, unless you made a robot that was more human than human, like a sexy lady sex bot.
You want a sex bot to have rights, Asterios? It's not going to do whatever you want if you give it rights.
Okay, all right. Hey, retract that. But what about this? What if Abraham Lincoln, the guy who gave everyone their rights, what if we took his DNA, made a robot that was like, had the exact brain of Lincoln?
That's the argument I made last week, and that's why I should have won.
Does Lincoln, I feel like Lincoln bot might deserve his rights. Oh no!
That's what I fucking said. But no. The winner was no, it defeats the point of robots with 66% of the votes. So fuck you, Digi.
You said that's what you said last week, but you mean that's what you said
in the future,
1,000 years in the future.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
The previous episode took place.
Right.
Understood. Got it.
All right. The next debate was, what was your favorite historical event of the last 50 years? The two options, Asterios, were the moral.
One better not be 9/11.
No, this took place in 3000.
So...
Oh, this is a future episode. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, then I've never heard this episode. But see, that's why I've never heard any of your episodes. They all take place in the future.
Makes sense.
The two options were the moral event horizon and big YouTube starts the thought police.
Man, I remember like seeing all those people who were like, I live in a mansion thanks to my YouTube money. I was always like, hope you guys are saving some of that money. Because
yeah.
You're definitely, it's like, there's an old saying, don't build your house on rented land.
Yeah.
Of course they were looking for any excuse to cut the revenues. Right. I feel like it honestly has nothing to do with being advertiser friendly, and it's just like, we realized if we took a 0 out of the payment column, we could save 90% on you assholes sticking firecrackers up your butts and then putting it on YouTube and then going like, no clickbait in the hood, firecracker up my butt, nude, true story. Whatever. I'm sorry. What won?
What won?
The winner was Moral Event Horizon, which means Digi is 2 for 2.
Holy shit, I'm cleaning house. I was really good on that show. I was drunk, and it was a good time.
I think I deserve to win every episode, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, wait a minute. Transition, pivot point real quick. Wasn't one of you guys kicked off of YouTube for some
I was.
Surreal law rant you went on? Yeah,
that was me, and then I got it back because I got a guy who works on the inside of YouTube, and he admitted that there's nothing wrong with my video, so now it's back up.
Yeah.
Okay, well, hey, good for you for beating a corporation. I'm always on the side of that. But like, okay, let's have a mini debate real quick.
All right,
I'm down.
Argument. There are arguments on this show. Debate.
Yeah, we don't want to get sued by Maddox.
Yeah.
Oh, God, he couldn't afford a fucking lawyer.
He can afford a $30,000 website.
You think him not being able to afford it would stop him?
No, you're right. It won't. He'll just get like a 19th
Just
credit.
put it on credit.
He's like Ray from Ghostbusters. He just has a third mortgage on his house. All right. So whenever I hear like people talking about Sharia law, I'm always kind of like, I've never been affected by Sharia law, and I don't know anyone who has. It seems like it's just kind of like it's like
not real.
Dog whisk. No, look, I'm not gonna go look because I'm sure there's one example of a guy in Texas or whatever, but it's just like.
Well, wouldn't it mostly be guys in the Middle East affected by Sharia law?
I don't know.
Like all of Afghanistan and Saudi Arabia?
It'd be like an entire country on the other side of the world.
Yeah, but like the people in America are always complaining about it here. Like there's all like if you Google like Sharia law, state legislature, like a lot of state legislators try to pass like these laws, being like, we will never have Sharia law in America. And it's kind of like, well, did we in the first place? I don't know. Explain to me why I should be worried about Sharia law.
Okay, well, you shouldn't, because it was a joke video that was kind of on the same side that you're trying to make, so I think we're all on the same page here.
Wait a minute! You got kicked off of YouTube for like some weirdo Sharia law parody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who bitched about this?
That's why his videos back up and he's not banned from YouTube anymore.
Oh my god. Well, okay, tell me about your video. I want to hear about, because I saw it had something to do with Ned's Declassified, and I was like...
You know what Ned's Declassified is?
I've watched every episode of Ned's Declassified. Ned's Declassified's fantastic. Are you kidding? Savage Steve Holland, executive producer, creator of Ned's Declassified, also created seminal 90s classic Eek the Cat.
Wow. Yes.
Savage Steve Holland, fantastic television producer. Anyway, so tell me about the video, because this sounds funny.
Yeah, the basic premise of the video was like it's Ned's Declassified, but if Sharia law was like a real problem in America, like here's the tips and tricks for surviving when it comes knocking on your door.
Oh my god, that sounds really fucking funny. What did like the chubby nerdy black kid? What was his advice for stopping Sharia law?
Well, I don't have any friends, so I used my Amazon Alexa to play the black character.
Love it.
And I did the text-to-speech for all of her dialogue. And since Alexa's a woman, she gave lots of advice for how women should dress and behave under Sharia law.
Wait, what was the name of the girl from Ned's Declassified?
Mose.
Yeah, exactly, Mose, like M-O-Z-E.
Yeah.
All right, enough about Ned's Declassified.
I always had a little thing. I thought she was like... I like how she was tough but cool.
I liked how she was in middle school.
Who won the next fucking debate?
Wait, well, we can't perv on Mose? What the hell kind of podcast is this?
Asterios, you were like 30 when that came out.
No, I wasn't. I was 29 and a half.
Classified, so I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking
You guys gotta watch Ned's Declassified. It's real good.
I'll take both of your words for
I mean,
it.
I wouldn't say
watched
it's
it all
must-watch television, but it's pretty good when you're 12.
See, it wasn't like it came out before YouTube. So I remember, like, I think I had to, like, download VOD rips of it and then watch it in that.
Oh, God.
What's that player that's like a traffic cone?
VLC.
Yeah.
I remember watching a lot of it in VLC. I remember burning Ned's Declassified DVDs, and then, I'm not kidding, I remember making Ned's Declassified VHS tapes for my friends.
What the fuck? You made a VHS tape? Where did you even have, like... So, wait, you got it from the computer to a VHS.
Oh yeah, because I worked
a very specific device. Oh, that's right. You worked. You did
Mad
that.
TV. Yeah, I was a clips researcher. So I had this big rack that could make like 5 VHS cassettes at once.
God, it's a shame you weren't into anime. We could have used people like in that position at the time to distribute fan subs and shit.
I know, but I'll tell you what, I'm in anime now. I'm a huge fan of Food Wars.
Oh yeah, it's a great show. You like it for the same reason I like it, because we're fat.
Hey, I'm working on it. I'm just going for a walk right now.
That's true. I'm sitting at a desk, so I can't talk.
Literally, I have not walked far, and I'm super sweaty. I might die on this pod. But anyway, man, you guys gotta watch Food Wars. When the ladies eat the recipes that are good, their clothes explode.
It's awesome. I'm a huge fan.
Watch
Anyway,
it.
For the same reason that we shouldn't talk about Ned's Declassified, we shouldn't talk about Food Wars because Monkey's never seen it. Who won the next argument on the previous?
So
on
the next
future
argument,
show?
Asterios, was what has been Cyborg Emperor Trump's greatest achievement while in office? And the two options were when he took a dump so big it created a land bridge between the U.S. and the U.K., and the genocide of all Mexican people.
Oh my god!
I had land bridge. I hope that won.
Who do you hope won, Asterios?
I gotta go land bridge.
Well, you're both right. With 60% of the votes, Digi won again.
Hey! So I won the show. So
Yeah,
Pretty much.
most definitely. But we've got one more question left. What is the best thing that Futurama got right? Is it suicide booths or is it giant Bender statues?
I'm gonna guess suicide booths won that. Why
I'm,
not
gonna
even
get-
this bad?
I'm going suicide booth.
Yeah, with 68%, I finally got a point.
Yeah. Well, I would give you a boozer loser punishment, but since that episode took place in the future, you'll have to serve that punishment in the future.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God. All right, I think we have to move on to our legacy segment now. Digi, what do you think?
Oh yeah, fuck Asterios. So
Yes.
we're gonna do there's a segment we've been doing on this show since the dawn of time, called the slow motion suicide.
Excellent.
And in this segment, each of us explains how we've been killing ourselves that week. I'm
Awesome.
sure you'll have ideas for this.
I have a million ideas.
Yeah. So let's begin. Slow motion suicide. Monkey, you want to go first?
No, I don't.
Oh well, Asterios, you want to go first? Because I
Of course I
haven't found anything
do.
yet.
Of course I do. I got a new iPhone this week.
Oh,
And-
beautiful. Yeah, that's all you had to say.
I know. No, I thought about just stopping there. But the problem with my old iPhone is that it didn't have enough space on it because I had downloaded so many updates to the iPhone that it only had space for like Chrome. So I got a new iPhone and I was like, give me all your gigabytes. I've got so much space. I got to download every app. So I downloaded Pokemon Go again.
Oh no! Is that what
And
you're
I'm
doing
wa-
while you're? Well, I guess you can't do that while calling in, unless you got two phones.
I sure don't. I wish I need 2 phones. But I'm down. But here's the thing. There's so many pokes in the city of New York. Like
Yeah.
you take 3 steps and your phone vibrates and there's a goddamn Ratata. And then so it's like, I got the fever again and it's real bad. I was up
Asterios
until like 3 in the morning last night organizing my collection of Pokemans. And it's just like, well, this will prove cold comfort on my deathbed.
Asterios, I'm curious.
Yeah?
Were you ever into Pokemon before Pokemon Go?
Oh yeah, I was into Red and Blue for
Yeah.
the Game Boy, and then after that, I remember when I think after Red and Blue was Gold and Silver.
Yeah.
I remember going like, I didn't even catch all the fucking Pokemon the first time.
Yeah.
So now I'll never. And now there's like even more. I felt like someone had just put a bunch more work on my plate.
Yeah.
Like now you gotta catch all these fuckers, and I was like, no, I pass. And so.
Were you in
So-
high school or college when Red and Blue came out?
No, I think it was grade school because I mean, Pokemon is 22 years old.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
I was in 3rd grade when Red and Blue came out.
How old are you?
26, rather.
Oh, what?
So you had
How
to have
old
been
was
in at
I?
least middle school, early high school.
Yeah, I was because I played it on the Game Boy. Like,
Yeah.
so I must have been young.
It would have been 97 when it came out.
Oh, then I was a sophomore in high school.
Okay. So
But I
you're
remember-
probably more likely to catch, because for kids
Yeah.
my age, we didn't care about actually catching all the Pokemon. We just kept the starter and we leveled it up to 99 and beat everything in the game with that, because we were too dumb to understand how to catch all the Pokemon.
But it's just impossible at that point because you got to
Yeah.
find like a guy with all the cartridges, and then you only have one shot to catch. Was it Mew or Mewtwo? You only got like one shot to catch him.
Mewtwo.
And then you gotta throw the cartridge away? It's like, holy it's a lot of responsibility for a kid.
Yeah. Well, that's why you save right before the battle and you just keep restarting your game if you lose.
Oh, now he tells me. Oh, great. Thank you so much. This information's so helpful.
Well, you can go back and play it now. I still play it.
I might do. No, the battery backup's probably dead in the
Yeah,
little
that's probably
cartridge.
true.
So is this suicide by Pokemon then? Is that what I'm getting?
Yeah, because I was up like super late last night, and it's like, so I was late to work today. I'm going to be up late tonight. I'll be late to work tomorrow. I'm going to be out of this job in like a week. I won't have health insurance because I live in America. Starve to death on the street thanks to Pokemon Go.
Yeah, I could see it. Especially with you.
People have become homeless for less. Heroin. You can't catch all of that.
Pokemon Go is more addictive than any drug.
Definitely, thank you. 5 points to you.
Oh, wow, Chris Hardwick just showed up. What's going on?
I'll do it. I'm giving you points.
Hell yeah.
Monkey, how are you killing yourself this week?
Well, I finally got a special little piece of plastic in the mail, Digi, and Asterios. It's called Movie Pass. Oh, buddy, I've been waiting a long time for this one because I'm a movie buff. I love going to the movies, and now, ever since I got it, I've gone to the movies every single fucking day. And I think I'm going to die of a movie overdose because I haven't been working on videos. I haven't recorded a fucking Let's Play in a week because I just keep going to the movies and watching that shit and then going home to podcast about them. So I'm killing myself on a work basis, and I'm just overdosing my brain.
The podcast is still work, though. I mean, it might not be the most popular, but I'm sure it gets more views than the Let's Plays.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
So that's all I got.
Yeah.
Which movies have you seen so far?
So, the other day I saw 9/11 starring Charlie Sheen. Excellent film. Excellent. It's perfect. It really shines a whole new light on that whole situation, and you can reflect on our nation's history in a brand new way. And then today I saw Wind River, which is not as good as Charlie Sheen in the Twin Towers getting collapsed by a building, but it's still okay.
Does Charlie make it out?
I'm not going to spoil it, but he gets crushed by the building.
Okay. Well, thank you for not spoiling. Does Whoopi Goldberg make it out?
She does. Thank goodness she does.
Did you guys see the poster for that? It's like 3 Academy Award winners. Charlie Sheen, Whoopi Goldberg, and who was James Woods, and who else is in that shit?
Nobody I've ever heard of other than those two.
Yeah. Yikes. Wait, did that movie come out on... I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that number out loud because I'm on the streets of New York.
Right. It came out on the 8th.
1 and 12 minus 1.
Yeah, it came out September 8th.
Oh, good. Enough time for like a good ramp up so people can camp out
Right.
3 days early.
The guy at the movie theater told me on 9/11 only one person bought a ticket.
Was that you double dipping on your movie pass?
It might have been. I'm not going to say.
Oh my god.
What about you, Digi? How are you killing yourself this week?
This week I was killing myself by spraying weird fluids into my face. So I thought I had strep throat this past week. I went to the doctor. They told me, no, you've just got a bunch of like goop inside your ears and nose. And you gotta buy this saline spray.
Was or was it not cum?
It was. Who's to say? I don't know how come.
Yours to say!
Yeah,
If
I'm
anybody would
asking you.
know!
I didn't check. I didn't ask too many questions. I
I like
worried
how
it might be
Asterios
cum.
doesn't want to say 9/11 on the streets of New York, but he'll yell all this random crazy shit into his phone.
Yeah.
But everybody else is.
Yeah.
Like, that's like, I'm
Yeah,
the most
we know
normal-looking guy on
Asterios.
the
We fucking know.
Yeah.
So
So was it cum?
it may or may not have been cum, but my fucking sinuses were lodged with all this shit, so they told me to buy a saline spray. So I bought this shit. It's just a can, like a spray can that you put in your nose and just shoot like weird liquid into your face, and it burns like fuck. And I don't think it did anything other than burn my eyes from the back. And it hurt a lot, and I think I'm gonna keep using it because I don't know. I feel like there's no reason that they told me to use it, but I don't know if it's doing anything other than hurting me and possibly making me go blind. And if I go blind, I'll shoot myself. So I'll give
you guys some cash.
Are you talking to a homeless man?
Don't worry about it. You guys are cool.
Oh, is he talking to someone else?
Oh yeah, there were three girls smoking.
joint in the middle of
Yeah,
the
yeah, there were three like college girls smoking pot, and I was like, "Give me a hit of that. I'm on a podcast."
Hell yeah.
And they were like, "No," and I was like, "I'll keep walking." But anyway, here's what you got to get: a Sinugator. Have you seen the Sinugator?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Google it right now. It looks like a Mega Man bad guy. It's a robot you stick up your nose that just shoves a shitload of saline water up your nose, and it cleans your nose whether you like it or not.
I'm not sure I see.
Sinugator.
I'm not sure I see a Mega Man bad guy in this thing.
It's like look, just add legs to it, and it's a Mega Man.
Sure. It just looks like a.
If Wings Man can be a Mega Man bad guy, which is just a fucking fan with legs, Drill Man.
All right. Okay, Monkey.
You know, Snake Man is just a snake with legs. It's just a snake to put legs on it.
Do you want to introduce our first argument,
Well,
Monkey?
Let me ask real quick, Asterios, do you want to stick around for another hour to do the arguments, or should we let you go before you're late for work tomorrow? We've got plenty of Asterios action.
Look,
Keep him around.
Look, I appreciate that because honestly, can I stick on for one argument and then unfortunately I do have to go.
You can do one argument real quick before we move on. Do you want to plug some shit?
Fuck yeah! Hey everybody, if you like Monkey Jones,
Hey,
you'll tolerate Asterios. You'll look at his channel for 1 second and then move right on. You can go to youtube.com/Asterios. That's spelled Asterios. Watch my comedy videos. Watch me and a Trump supporter getting into a fight.
Yeah.
And if you like hearing me scream and award points randomly, you can listen to my sci-fi comedy game show podcast, Science Friction. It's sciencefriction.fun. It's a real website.
and I will say that podcast is one of the top 2 spin-off shows from The Biggest Problem in the Universe. I won't say what the third one is. I won't say what the first one is.
Is the first one you guys?
No, it's The Dick Show.
Oh, well, yeah.
I just wanted to say you're better than Maddox.
I'll take it. But look, here's what I like about you guys. You're tolerating me. And for that, I'll come back anytime.
Oh, wow.
You guys seem, look, you're not throwing trash at me. And for that, I consider you 2 of my only friends.
Unlike everyone who is currently on the street surrounding you, we are not throwing trash at you.
I know. I can't believe those chicks didn't smoke me up.
Yeah.
What a rip-off of a city this is.
Yeah.
All right, here is the first argument of this episode. We've got, what is the funniest natural disaster? We've had Irmas, we've had Katrinas, we've had whatever happened in fucking Texas. But what is the funniest one? And you don't have to stick with hurricanes. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first real quick. In Boston, there was a molasses explosion.
Is that a natural
Yeah,
disaster?
is that natural?
It's funny. There was a molasses explosion that, I'm not kidding, killed dozens of people in a slow-moving river of burning hot molasses.
Oh my god.
Well, I have heard of that.
Yeah.
That was like a historical thing, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Everything that happens is historical.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying it wasn't recent.
What, does it have to be a reason to say I didn't? Oh,
No.
I'm trying to stuff on the rule.
I'm just saying I heard about this on the Reddit board today. I learned like 5 years ago is what I'm getting. But it, it's not a natural disaster though, so I feel like you have to try again.
All right, well then you guys go and I'll take up the rear.
Okay. Monkey, you got one?
Oh, I got one.
All right.
You guys ever seen this show, King of the Hill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's this great legendary episode where there's a tornado. And boys, tornado is the funniest of the natural disasters. First of all, they like to target trailer parks. And fuck poor people. Fuck them. Like, poor people getting fucked up and even more poor, that's funny.
Yep.
Second of all, in King of the Hill, Hank Hill is holding on to a telephone pole as the tornado blows off all his clothes, and then he's completely naked. See, you guys are laughing. Very funny scene.
Good.
Very funny scene.
As soon as you said tornado, I thought about cows getting thrown around, and that's
that's funny too.
hilarious.
Like, a cow shouldn't fly; it doesn't even have wings. But a tornado makes anything possible. And then, of course, when you're talking about a tornado, you can both say that it sucks and it blows, and those are two funny words. And that's why tornadoes are the funniest natural disaster.
All right, good argument.
That's a very well made. That's a rock.
I did my
solid
research.
case.
I brought in my stats. Okay, I got stats for you.
I think I got one better. Well,
All right.
Godzilla.
Oh shit.
Godzilla was caused technically. It's cited.
That sounds like
by,
a molasses fucking explosion to me. I don't know about you, Asterios.
You might be right.
Let's let him make his case before we shiv it.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, Godzilla is a big doofy dinosaur that murders everyone. He crawls onto the shore with like this big epic music playing, even though he looks like a man in a rubber suit. And for some reason, every single time he shows up, the entire Japanese military ineffectually tries to destroy him, and he just breathes on them, and they all die. He's got a son that's like this dumbass baby Godzilla that like jumps on bad guys' tails to stump them, and he goes on wacky adventures, and like kids love him.
Godzuki.
Yeah, Gadzuki.
Yeah, you can say it. I'm say his name. Come on, give him a voice.
He's not like
we need a
Voldemort.
representation for Godzuki on this
Right.
podcast.
So I think he's pretty funny.
He didn't name one funny thing.
No, that was all funny.
Is the
everything
inadequacy?
Godzilla does is funny.
You think the inadequacy of Japan is funny, Digi? The number one anime connoisseur online?
Have you seen the new Japanese Shin Godzilla? Have you seen that yet?
I haven't. What do you mean yet? You're acting like I'm gonna.
It's a phenomenal movie. You should really see it.
How do you define phenomenal?
It's a legitimately amazing movie. It's the best. It's the most Kino Godzilla since.
What's better, that movie or the Never-Ending Story?
I haven't seen Neverending Story since I was a
Well,
child, so.
fuck you.
But Shin Godzilla is great. It's directed by the guy who made Evangelion, Hideaki Anno.
If I may say, I mean, Japan's weaknesses are what led to anime.
Exactly.
It's like we bombed them and we scrambled their brains and fucked them all up. They
And
thought
Godzilla is a
Yeah.
representation of the atomic bomb. And
Exactly.
everybody thinks that the two more nukes joke, like every time someone makes the joke, oh, we should give them another bomb when they look at anime, like that's always funny. So
True.
Godzilla is funny by approximation. And in Shin Godzilla, he has this like preformed mode he's in at the beginning that looks fucking hilarious. I highly recommend Googling that if you haven't seen it. Look up like Shin Godzilla, God, I don't know what term to use. Just look that up. You'll find him. He looks fucking hilarious. He has big googly eyes. It's awesome.
Okay, look, you're making your case here.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna say that your case wasn't funny because I thought that was pretty goddamn funny.
I will
mean,
admit that googly eyes are pretty fucking funny.
you put googly eyes on anything and it's funny. You can put googly eyes on the gun that kills your mother, and it's like, I can't stay mad at you, gun. Get over here.
Like the gun did it.
Exactly. Well, people don't kill people. It's the guns.
Yep.
Like, what was I gonna say? Look, but here's Godzilla. If it wasn't for man, Godzilla wouldn't have been a problem.
Yeah.
Now, see,
'Cause
you
the
let me
atomic
pass
bomb-
at the start of the argument when Monkey was starting to bring that up, and now you're,
Well, yeah, because I wanted to let you lay out your case and see if you had some sort of defense against it. But I mean, if it wasn't for mankind's development of atomics, like Godzilla would never have been awoken. I mean, by that same logic, like if it wasn't for mankind's development of poor labor laws, that molasses factory wouldn't have exploded. You know what I mean? It's like, that's not a natural disaster.
Did you just defeat your own argument?
Or did I firm up both of our arguments?
Oh shit!
Who's to say?
And tornadoes wouldn't do any damage if not for mankind building shitty houses. So
Yes!
half the comedy of tornadoes is our fault.
If we didn't build trailer parks, then they wouldn't even be funny.
Yeah,
That's exactly right.
And if we didn't build cows, then who would fly in the tornado?
This sounds like some sort of weird three-way time for last.
Yeah. I think we all screwed the pooch on this one, boys.
Wait, I got a better. Okay, let me give you one more.
Okay.
All right.
Pompeii.
Okay. Pretty funny.
All right, because here's what happened when Pompeii hit. All these people were frozen in place, and they were just immediately turned into like rock monster versions of themselves.
Did that really happen?
Yes.
Yeah, it
Google
did.
it.
Holy
Yes.
shit.
It
Yeah.
did.
Fucking awesome.
They're like
So-
statues.
Yeah, because it happened so fast. Like Pompeii happened so fast that it was just everyone was frozen in place. So like, yeah, you'll see statues of like a mother and son like feeding their child, and like you'll see a statue of like an
A
old,
mother and son feeding their child?
yeah, it was Rome.
Did this disaster take place in Digibro's imagination?
Look, if incest is what gets you there, God bless you. Whatever it takes to get you over the finish line. Life's hard. Life's
So
hard, kids.
is there like some guy
Thank you,
frozen in
Steve.
place like jerking off is what you're
That's
saying?
what exactly
Oh
what
my
I'm
God.
getting to.
Right.
There's a dude frozen in place jerking it. There's a dude frozen in place taking a dump. Like,
It doesn't even
immediately-
matter if any of that's true because you've put that image in my head.
It
and
has to be true. It was a whole
course it
city that got frozen. Like somebody had to be taking a dump.
Someone's taking a dump. It's what I always say. You give me a city, I'll show you a guy taking a dumper.
He always says it.
That's my catchphrase. So
All right,
that's why I gotta give it up for Pompeii.
Yeah,
It's-
Pompeii's pretty
it's
good.
Funny.
That's 4 great options that we'll put on the straw poll for the viewers to vote for.
Asterios is
God,
kind of
who
double
will
votes
win?
there, so
Who will win?
he's got double the odds. All right, you wanna move
I didn't
on?
know you guys went through them this quickly. Let's do some more.
Well,
Yeah,
usually we don't. I was hoping that we could let you go by doing it quickly.
Nah,
But if you want
let's
to do
come
another
on.
one,
Let's
okay.
go
Hey.
through these.
Well,
This is
here's
fun.
one. Here's a good one. What is the American dream? There's a lot of debate about it. We've got Trump trying to cut down the dreamers right now. So people want to know on social media, what is the American dream?
I'm not going first. I gotta think about this shit. I never read the questions ahead of time. And
I mean, I know what it is.
Let's do
All
it.
right.
It's an organic threesome.
An organic threesome.
It's like here's what it is.
Fuck.
It's
Fuck,
not.
that's a good answer.
It's not a threesome that like you paid for. It's not a threesome that you had to get an app and you plan and you sent out emails and you're like, we'll meet here and our safe word will be this and like like I'm gonna tell my mom where I am in case I show up dead. Like no, none of that crap. It's just like I'm with a chick, I'm with another chick, we're all in a bar. One thing leads to another. I suggest they kiss because it would be quote funny. They both shrug and they go, all right. They kiss, and then one of them kisses me, and then things get organic, and then it's, you know where this goes.
I'm gonna help you, Asterios, because I think more so than just an organic threesome, it's an organic threesome that with your girlfriend in it.
No.
You don't think so?
Oh, shut
No.
down.
You don't think so?
No, look, because then that's going to cause big relationship problems down the line.
But if it didn't, that would be the American dream.
Well, yes,
You get away
if
with it.
Yes, if in this impossible world where women don't have feelings.
That's why it's a dream.
I
It's
got
just a dream.
Okay, well, why don't we just say the American dream is superpowers? Having $1 million.
You stole my answer!
Having 9 seasons of Rick and Morty jerk me off. Like it was going to make shit up.
Asterios, what superpower would you rather have than a threesome? Organic threesome with.
No, it's not organic. Because then it's my power.
Asterios, just so you know, Digi records every episode of this sitting next to his girlfriend, so I think that's why he's trying to defend the notion of having sex with other women.
No. I look. I get it. If my girlfriend were here, I wouldn't have said that. I would be like, the American dream is a happy marriage.
Right.
But she's not here, so I can be honest.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good one. But
That
I
is a
think
good one.
I think mine might be a little bit better. I think it's one that all 3 of us can agree on. The American dream is Patreon, my friends. You have the power to do literally whatever you want. Digi, Thanks to the power of Patreon, you can live the American dream. You can make shitty rap albums and review anime and just sit there reviewing every fucking Pokemon individually for literally 10 hours. And you get paid a living wage. Not a good wage, but a living wage.
No. I get paid middle class wages to do that, buddy.
See, isn't that the American dream? Asterios, you have a Patreon that's moderately successful, probably better than mine, I think. And what do you do?
So.
You record podcasts, you appear on the Dick Show, you do 5-minute podcasts, you battle with David Clegg. That's the American dream, to get paid to battle David Clegg. It's a dream that I aspire to. I've never reached that level yet.
Yeah, monkeys just battled David Clegg for free for hours and hours.
Oh no, you gotta get paid.
Yeah,
you gotta get paid. It's like just talking to that guy requires a hazmat suit and a rosary. It's tough sledding to talk to David Clegg. I mean, you guys heard me. I talked to him for 40 minutes.
Oh, I've heard everything.
Is there any way in on? And it's just like there's no way in on that.
There's no way in. Listening to you do that, Asterios, made me want to, because I wanted to see if I could do better than you. Like, it made it become like a challenge in my mind. Like, who can reason with this retard? Like who can reach the summit of reasoning with this guy? I feel like it's the sword and the stone or something. We all have to give it a shot.
How did you do? How did it go?
I haven't done it yet. I'm afraid.
You gotta
try.
Getting Clegg to stop being Clegg is the American dream.
Yeah.
If you can unclegg Clegg, he's like a Clegg toilet. It's like if you can somehow unclegg it, I'll vote for you for president. I will.
Oh shit.
Guys, here's the problem with America.
I'm listening.
If you want to earn a living without something like Patreon, then you have to suck the dicks of those who are richer. And that's not my America. My America is not, oh, please, Mr. Billionaire, please give me a job at $25,000 a year. Oh, please. That's not my America. That's fucking communism in my mind. It's fucking, oh, big government, please give me an equal share for doing a shitty No.
Yeah. I much prefer, oh, please, bunch of high schoolers who, for some reason, have dispendable income. Give me $1.
But that's the thing, Digi. There are hundreds of patrons. You lose one of them, who gives a fuck? Whereas in this terrible America, you piss off your one boss, you're homeless. Here, thanks to Patreon, the dream is whatever you want it to be. You can do whatever you want, whenever you want, and you get paid for it. It's beautiful and it's perfect, and I can't think... Even 9 seasons of Rick and Morty, I wouldn't want that over my Patreon.
I said 9 seasons of Morty jerking you off.
Well, sure.
I did. It's not just 9 seasons. They've congealed into a hand that is jerking you off.
You would rather have Morty jerk you off than Rick, really?
9 seasons of Rick and Morty means like Jessica's in there, Beth is in there, and like those guys who are like, can do. Oh, I'm gonna jerk you off. Oh. Yeah. Wait, what are those guys called? The Sneeches, the Meeseeks. I'm jerking you off. Look at me.
What about the mailman? What about the black mailman who says, "My man"? Is he
my man?
That's the guy I want jerking me off.
Yeah, that's who I want jerking me off. What do you got? What's better than Patreon?
Oh, god damn it. Oh, okay. I had to remember for a second what I thought of 10 minutes ago. Well, since you picked a somewhat serious answer, I will too, because my American dream
All we do is pick serious answers on this show.
That's true. My American dream is Owl Farm. It's it's the place, it's the name of Hunter Thompson's house. Basically, he lived on this huge plot of land in the mountains of Aspen, Colorado, and he just had shitloads of guns and peacocks. His residence was full of peacocks everywhere, and he just like sat around. Nobody was around him for like acres, and he had like his own, like he would do like art by just like setting up posters of like people he doesn't like, such as himself, and set up paint camps next to them and shoot them with assault rifles, and like that was his art.
He's very
like,
relatable.
Yeah, he does all kinds of weird shit out on his owl farm. He would like shoot at his neighbors, and they'd shoot at each other. They literally would have like fucking firing matches at each other just to keep each other on their toes. Basically, I just want to be a psycho in the mountains. That's my ultimate dream: is to one day settle down, start a family, and be a psycho in the mountains.
Is a lowly sister involved?
No.
Oh, well, that's a Japanese dream.
That's
then.
the Japanese dream.
Yeah. I stand corrected. Well, shit, Owl Farm, that's hard to argue against. Because that really is your individual American dream, whereas I think Patreon, that extends the realm of crazy psycho digi. This is the American dream for everybody. All those fucking Mexican kids who Trump is sending back home, you know, if they just got a Patreon, they wouldn't have to worry about that shit. Because money's good worldwide on Patreon. You can live in shitty-ass Mexico, pull in that Patreon bucks, and then there you go. You can just buy whatever shed or whatever they use for houses down in Mexico. Like, it would be even a better deal for them down there. They can have their American dream in Mexico.
Monkey, you don't have to go on. Asterios is going to destroy us in this particular argument. Because
Well, it's just because mine is better.
better and funnier at the same time.
It's just like, okay, like Patreon, you might as well just be saying like financial security, which is awesome. I mean, like, I agree that that's great, but an organic threesome is a memory that will comfort you on your deathbed.
Before you said a organic threesome, I was trying to think of something similar, and then you put it to words better than I could, and then ruined everything. So I know you're gonna win.
It's just the problem with most threesomes is just all this planning.
Yeah.
All these hurt feelings.
The second
and
you have to like schedule something sexual, it takes something out of it immediately.
Yes, exactly. Like, you gotta fucking.
If Craigslist is involved in any way,
yes!
it just feels dirty.
Thank you. Yes, yes. And then, like, all right. But, you know, look, I love Patreon. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
And, but, man, when you're 80 years old, like, what are you going to tell your kids? Like, I made money off my art, or I met a girl named Denise and a girl named Melinda, and things got pretty fucked up, and Grandpa got his dick wet in both ends. Like, you're going to tell that story. I mean, at least I would.
Yeah, that's the more inspirational of the two.
Yeah.
Sure. And Monkey, I think you hurt your argument a little bit, because while getting paid to do what you love is probably the American dream, Patreon itself has a lot of problems.
Name one. Name one fucking problem Patreon has. I can't think of any.
I can't think of any either.
I've got like a
It's
20-minute
perfect.
podcast worth of problems with Patreon, so I'm not going to get into that. You can go watch my podcast about it.
And now list all your problems with an organic threesome. Go.
Yeah.
None.
Oh.
I have none. No problems.
Exactly.
It's
Does anybody
flawless.
have any problems with living in a cabin and shooting at your neighbor all day?
Yeah, eventually you murder your wife.
Is that what Hunter Thompson did?
Yes,
Thompson did not murder his wife. He killed himself.
Hunter S. Thompson shot his wife in the head.
No,
Shit.
that did not happen. He shot himself in
I'm
the head.
thinking about, am I thinking about, get out.
I'm an expert on Hunter Thompson. He didn't
Okay, no, wait, who am I thinking about? I'm thinking about, who wrote Junkie?
I have no idea.
I'm thinking about William S. Burroughs. Okay, sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, no, here's the problem with Hunter S. Thompson. It really fucked up Doonesbury. Now we got to deal with Doonesbury. Like, think about this. Like, every day there's like a hole in the comic strip. There could be a third comic strip, but instead we got Doonesbury. And it's just like, is this ever? You know what I would rather have? Just run, because look, Charles Schultz has been dead forever. And they run old classic Peanuts. Just run 2 Peanut strips and get rid of Doonesbury. But like,
I'm okay with that.
what do they call? What's the Hunter S. Thompson analog of Doonesbury called? Zonker?
Do you think I actually read Doonesbury? That shit is fucking insufferable.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. And one of the main characters is a Hunter S. Thompson analog.
It never occurred to me that that's what that was, but as soon as you said it, I realized immediately that that's...
Cigarette holder?
Yeah.
Like aviator shades?
Yeah. Oh, God. What a tarnish on that legacy.
Yep.
Well, actually, I would have said my biggest fear with it is that I will shoot myself because I'm in the middle of the woods losing my mind with a bunch of
Digi, isn't
guns.
suicide part of your American dream?
Yep.
That's true.
Yeah, the
On
power
this
to take your
podcast,
own
it is
life
part of
whenever
my
you want,
American-
like that's the most freedom you can have.
You should have brought that in, Monkey.
Suicide?
That would have won on this.
I wanted to
podcast.
remind people I have a Patreon, which is why,
That's a fair point.
You know?
We all have them.
yeah.
They will all be linked in the description.
Oh, and fun fact, all 3 of our Patreons are earning more money than Maddox is. Hey! We did it.
I love this podcast.
Well, then you're going to love the next question.
To the this podcast appeals to the guy who no longer likes a friend of his demographic. I love it. All right, what's the third question? So I didn't want to interrupt.
All right.
I'll read it off this time.
Okay.
You can first too, because I already have my answer, so I'm gonna go first.
Oh, I have one too.
The next question is most useful website. I'm gonna go with Patreon.
Fuck you.
Patreon is this website that allows you, yes, you,
Oh my
anybody,
god.
to live your dreams and get paid for it. You can do whatever you want, and
Yeah.
if people think it's cool, they'll throw you money. And the best part is that it's so many different people paying you that even if you fuck up a little and lose a couple patrons, you won't get fired.
Yeah, Digi,
Like if
listen
you just
though.
have one boss, they might fire you.
Digi, listen
not
up.
doing your
I've got
job
a
well.
I've got a 20-minute podcast with all my problems with Patreon that I could go on. It's not as useful as you might think, my friend. First of all, the search function on that website is abysmal. They're trying to be a social media platform when that's not what it should be. It should be a fucking bank. It's not social
Yeah.
media. It's how I earn my
I get
living.
Yeah, I know.
Disgusting.
I'm aware. All right, Monkey, what do you think's the most useful?
Guys, okay, when you think of a useful website, you think, what
Pornhub.
website, when I go to a website, what am I going to get the most out of? It's not going to be YouTube, it's not going to be Pornhub, it's going to be a website that gives you the best entertainment online for a cheap, cheap price. I'm talking madcastmedia.com.
Oh, all right.
See, they got this
What I'm hearing.
they got this great feature called Mad Bucks, where you can spend real world money to get these Chuck E. Cheese tokens that can be used to buy podcasts. Bonus episodes of podcasts that never get released because he only made like one of them and then didn't make another one. So if you made the wise investment of getting 50 Mad Bucks, you can't spend them because there's nothing on the website to buy with them.
Are you being propositioned for sex right now, Asterios?
I'm walking by something that I'm certain is a sex club.
Oh, jeez.
Positive it's a sex club, and
Do they take Mad Bucks? Can I sponge all my extra $50 of Mad Bucks there?
somebody should buy 50 man bucks, try to get a refund, and then when they can't, sue.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, that's a great idea.
Well, speaking of money, another great feature of madcastmedia.com is that it costs $30,000. That's a very expensive website, and it really shows. The presentation of the website, the functionality, you can tell it costs a lot of money. Plus, it features a podcast starring this faggot named Jesse Podawful, who, by the way, has far fewer YouTube subscribers than myself, which if you tell him that on YouTube, he'll go on a fucking autistic rampage, retweeting you 10 times. And if you were friends with a black guy, this Jesse Podawful will call him the N-word. So you can enjoy that on the website, too.
Oh, that's all right, buddy. I remember trying to tell. It was like the only time I ever tried to convince Maddox of anything. I was like, don't make this website and don't pay this money. Because here's the thing, like...
Has anyone ever paid $30,000 for a personal use website
I don't
other
think
than
so.
Maddox? Like, I've never heard of that. I can make a WordPress blog for literally free, and if I want a domain name, pay like $50, $100 a year, and it will look better than that website does. What the fuck was he thinking?
I honestly, he was thinking, I mean, I guess I never talked about this. He was thinking I have to beat Dick to the punch. He was thinking to himself, like, I need to get out there first.
Did he not shop around? Like, who was charging 30 grand for that?
The same guy that does that Game Fart show.
Oh, that British guy, yeah.
That's the guy.
His name's Lord something.
I want to know the balls on that guy to tell somebody that they have to pay $30,000.
Well, that guy now has a podcast on the website.
Jesus fuck.
Yeah, his name's like Lord Chamberlain or some shit. I don't remember.
Yeah, it was just like he was so convinced that like he had to get to market that Monday. He was like, I have to be live and I have to continue the thing. It was just, it was so sad. And oh yeah, sorry.
I mean, again, I literally could make a WordPress blog in less than an hour with hosting, and it would be able to do that. Like you can upload files to it. Like you can get free web hosting that's better than what he's paid $30,000 for. I just don't understand the realm. Like, how could he have thought that was an appropriate price for a website? He's built his own websites before, so he should know that you can do it for free.
Well, the original plan was that it would. I assume that most of that money went into app development. Like the original plan was that he was going to have this Madcast Media app that would allow people to vote and send in voicemails right from the app. It was going to be like a one-stop shop, but the thing is, it's like you got to want what the store is selling.
Yeah.
It's like if Dick had that app, I think that would be brilliant. No, I don't think so. So
where the fuck did the money go? The app didn't get made.
Yeah, it's just I remember like you. Okay, it's like you have these friends with addictions and with problems and with mental problems and things like that, and you say to yourself like, I'm gonna. At least here's what I said to myself: like, I'm gonna save my trying to convince George to do something, like tokens for when it really matters.
Right.
And so, like, I would always try to convince him to, like, sit down and talk with Dick. I would try to convince Dick to, like, sit down and talk with him because, you know, they were fighting for, like, a year or, I don't know, like 7 months before the breakup.
If I remember, you posted on Reddit trying to organize a podcast for them to, like, talk it out.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Like, I was always like, you guys just got to get in a room and just squash this beef like adults.
Did you really think that was going to happen between those two? Because they don't seem like the type who would.
Dick would if he sat down with them, I think.
Well, apparently there was a sit down at one point but like Mannix just like was telling Dick everything that was wrong with him, and then Dick eventually just got up and left.
Shit.
Like there apparently was some kind of sit down, and it was just a useless.
Before or after the end of the podcast?
Oh, well before, because it was like, all right, well, that fight happened around Christmas. When did the podcast break up in, like, November? You know, so there's, like, 7 months of shuttle diplomacy happening. Yeah. You know, there's, like, that's why they involved Randy, because Randy could kind of be a buffer between them.
Yeah, I think you can tell on the show, like, if you listen to the later episodes, you can tell when it happened. Like... It's the moment they stopped hanging out with each other. You listen to episode like 22 and they're talking about all the parties they go to together. You listen to like episode 70 and Dick's talking about Maddox, your friends are weird. And it's like, well, they're not friends anymore. You know, like I knew that before the end.
I mean, yeah. I think it's very clear that like that energy, that chemistry, that dynamic was gone.
Right.
And so... But the one time, like, you know, I would always try to, like, convince him just to sit down and talk, try to figure it out. The one time, like, I really forcefully fought back, where I was like, don't do this, was the website.
Yeah.
I was like, George, you have to listen to me. Don't do this. Launch your podcast and then see how it goes.
Did he even have $30,000?
That to make a... Hell,
like,
if I know.
Do you think that was on credit, or like where the fuck did he find?
Because doesn't he have like 4 roommates, or is that just a rumor?
No, but he has. I mean, you know, he had his girlfriend, and he always had a roommate, and you know, he had like kind of like a revolving door of room. People just like couldn't live with him. But But anyway, like, you know, I try to tell him, like, please don't do this. Like, you're going to hurt yourself. And he just, you know, but you can't talk to that guy.
Yeah.
Well, I've got one other part of my argument that I want to make, completely unironically, actually, as if I wasn't being ironic before. But another great aspect of the Madcast Media website is that you can hear the comedic stylings of Rucka Rucka Ali, who I genuinely think is very talented and funny. And I'm curious, Asterios, do you know Rucka in real life?
I think I met him once, and I didn't, like, honestly, like, when I met Mannix, I didn't know who he was. Like, we were friends, and then much later I found out, oh, he's got this, like, famous website. You know, like, we were like light comedy. We were like comedy friends. You know, we both did the same show.
Had you read his book before you met him and just not known it was him, or did you just not even know the book?
No, I had never heard of Mannix. I didn't know anything about it. Eventually, like, you know, after I went on their show a couple of times, I said to myself, well, I should finally read their books.
Yeah.
You know, and like the Alvin and Alien stuff, that was funny. I thought Men Are Better Than Women is hysterical. But I remember, like, I did a live stream with Maddox once, and Rucka was on, and like I didn't know who he was. Like later, like
I'd never heard of him until Madcast.
I heard about him in middle school because he was the fucking talk of the town. Like, all the kids were playing his music, like when he was doing Justin Bieber parodies, and I thought it was great. Like, I think he's really funny. He's like a very edgy, vulgar Weird Al Yankovic.
Well, I would, if to support your argument, Monk, which I don't usually do on this show.
No,
but
there's nothing but positives about this, so I don't know how else.
Everyone who listens to this podcast really loves suicide, watching people kill themselves in slow motion. Madcast Media is the ultimate slow motion suicide. Like, he would show both of us up every week if he was on our show doing that segment. So, you know, if you want to watch slow motion suicide, go there. Asterios, what do you think is the most useful website?
Oh, Zombo.com.
What is Zombo.com?
I'll go there right now.
All right, I'm on my way. Hold on.
Okay.
Here's my live reaction to Zombo.com.
Okay.
I have to enable my Flash player. All right,
Yes, you do, because it's from 1994.
Okay, I guess I'm going to...
I've seen this before. Yeah.
Okay,
I remember this.
It's like, so here's the thing. It delivers every time.
Yeah.
Every time you visit Zombocom, it's great. You never have to worry that, like, one day, like, oh, there's a new terms of service for Zombo.com.
No.
And it's like, oh, Zombo.com, like, needs you to enable JavaScript. And, like, you never need to worry that, oh, it turns out Zombo.com sold all your information to the Chinese. It's just like...
Is it really from 1994?
If
Who's keeping it online?
You can
It's
look
like
it up
the
on
Space Jam
Wikipedia.
website, right?
Exactly. The Space Jam website is the second best website of all time.
Who's keeping Zombocom online?
Just question.
Some genius somewhere, some great man.
So what's the usefulness of the website other than it doesn't sell your information to the Chinese?
It's, well, A, that's one of the most useful things in the world. You say that like it's nothing. B, it is reliable. It's a constant source of comfort. Just knowing that it's there makes me feel better.
It's like the gun in my
As soon as I went there,
closet.
I understood immediately. Yeah, it's like
Yup. Exactly.
Oh man.
Oh man, I should have picked Equifax. That would have been timely. Oh well.
Yeah.
Would have been
Well,
done,
we only have one argument left, and since Asterios is still here, I guess you'll be here for all four.
Whoa.
And I'm sure you can come up with an answer for this quickly, because it's pretty simple. Best solution for if you're out of toilet paper, but you're taking a nasty shit.
Okay.
Do either of you have one?
Oh, I've got one. I've been stewing in this one for a long time, and you'll understand that pun in a moment. So you're taking a nasty shit. Your asshole is just fucking gone. It's a worse tsunami than what they've got going down in Florida right now. But you're all out of toilet paper. There's none in the whole house. What do? Are you gonna call your girlfriend to get you some toilet paper? No, that's embarrassing. What you do is you just jump on over from the toilet to the bathtub, and you drop a little bath. And
You motherfucker. Wait, a bath?
Yeah, you take a bath.
Not a shower?
No, not a shower, because you want to
So-
stew in it. You want to make a
Oh.
shit soup.
God.
Because if your
The shower
asshole...
one is what I actually do.
Because listen, if you don't have toilet paper, your asshole, it's going to smell like shit either way. So you might as well embrace it and make your whole body smell like shit. So if somebody says, oh, it smells like you didn't wipe your ass, is that you? You can say, nah, my whole body smells like shit. It's not just my ass. And they'll say, oh, okay, that makes sense. So you can fool people into thinking that you just smell like shit and not that you couldn't wipe.
Oh,
There you go.
Fucking horrendous. Oh, well, all right. I would say...
If I may, okay, A, that's an elegant solution, but I do feel like you are betraying the spirit of the question.
Oh.
Which is that you're taking a nasty shit, like, out in the world, away from the comforts of home,
Right.
or safety, and you're an hour away from the... It's like, what happens if I take a nasty shit at home and I don't have toilet paper? I don't know. I could go... map. I use some cute. It's like I go to the kitchen to get some paper towel. It's like you're talking about like having access to a tub and a shower and soap.
Asterios, I have a great story for what you're talking about. So when I stayed in the Philippines for a month, and out there a lot of public toilets.
They don't have toilet paper.
Not only do they not have toilet paper, they don't even have seats on the toilet.
Fuck.
You have to just sit on the metal rim of the toilet, and most of them are fucking disgusting. And there was one time I was at some government building for some reason. Literally, I don't know why. It was like the people I was staying with, one of them's mom like worked for the government, and I was just with them along for the ride. And so I ended up in this government building. I had to take a shit really bad. So I was shitting in this disgusting bathroom for like 45 minutes. There's, for some reason, in the stall, there's a bucket full of water with a huge dead bug in it. And I'm just like staring at this while I take a shit. And the door is like minuscule. The door is like maybe 2 feet tall. It's like 2 feet off the ground and then 2 feet tall. So it's blocking like maybe a fraction of my body. Thankfully, no one else is in this bathroom. But there's no toilet paper. There's no paper anywhere. So
even in the government buildings, they can't opt out for toilet paper.
No, it was the grossest toilet I saw.
So
in the whole
all their
country. This is the
politicians and government officials just have swamp ass all the time.
I guess so.
That's
so.
fucked.
I'm shitting in this horrible toilet. But thankfully, what I had been given, you know, when you're this is more of a stereotype in Japan and Asian countries, but you know when you're walking down the street and they give you the random little block of tissues sometimes, like usually with an advertisement on it. I had one of those. So because I had this block of tissues, I was able to use that to wipe my ass to a sufficient level. So everybody who just throws those away, because most people do, most people just grab those and they immediately toss them. Hold on to that shit, because you might need it in a moment of peril.
Is that your answer? Random advertised napkins that you get on the street of the Philippines?
Related.
I think that should be your answer.
It seems like your answer is to use a packet of tissues. Yeah. And it's like, well, yeah, no. Yes, of course. Right. Of course yes. It's disposable, easily flushable. Yeah. You got it for free.
Yeah.
There's a million reasons, but that's not the question. The spirit of the question is
no.
Asterios, if I could go against, if I could argue back, Asterios, yes. I only take shits at home, so that would never be a problem for me. If I'm out and about, I'm gonna hold that shit until I get home.
Would you shit yourself before using a public toilet?
Absolutely. After going to Argentina, there's no way I'm using a public bathroom again.
Why have we both been to weird, like, second world countries?
Because we both wanted to get laid, did you? Come on.
I didn't get laid in the Philippines.
Neither did I, but I wanted to.
All right. Asterios, do you have an answer lined up for this?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, what you should do is... And also, I assume that the toilet is out of toilet paper, and it's also out of the hygienic seat covers.
Yeah,
sure.
Because, like, obviously, like, that's your...
I've used that before.
Yeah, the hygienic seat covers is a go. Well, that's not... It's, like, not interesting if that's there.
Yeah.
So here's what I would do. Take the cardboard hygienic seat cover dispenser out of the metal unit, ripping it out, cardboard strip by cardboard strip, using that to essentially make a series of like cardboard Tostitos that you use to like scoop the shit out of your ass. And like
the ultimate salsa.
Exactly, the chunkiest salsas, and then hopefully that will get you to where you need to go.
I didn't know there was a piece of cardboard in there, and I'm legitimately glad to, because I take an inordinate amount of public shits. So that's good knowledge. Thank you, Asterios.
Yeah, like sometimes you got to use that. Sometimes you got to use the cardboard roll from the toilet paper.
Yeah.
There are so many. It's almost as if the city had crime in it. Jesus.
It's like a gang shooting happening right across from Asterios.
I'm not kidding. I have been walking and talking to you guys for so long that I've ended up in like the part of Chinatown you don't want to end up in.
I would recommend walking back the way you came before because you're drunk and I don't know if you want to be out there.
But I've already caught all the Pokemon.
All right, well, here's my real answer.
Okay.
All right.
Because if you're a smart pooper, if you're someone who knows you're going to be shitting out all the time, you will carry reading material with you. Personally, I will carry around.
You better not say my book.
I'll carry around a book like The Triflers by
God
Monkey Jones.
fucking damn.
And
Nice.
if there's no better option, you just take that book and start tearing out pages.
God
There's,
damn it.
There's one page of The Triflers that describes an 11-year-old
Don't
girl
ruin me for Asterios, please.
rubbing cum all over herself.
Oh,
I would
okay.
recommend taking that page and wiping your ass with it, just like that 11-year-old girl.
No, I'm glad we said this at the end of the episode before Asterios could leave.
Did that girl happen to be friends with a kid named Ned who had a declassified book of secrets?
You know, she was heavily inspired by Moe's from Ned's Declassified.
I'll take 10 copies, please.
Ned's was my muse
9 of
when I was
them for my
writing my
shit.
fucking book.
All right, Ned's my muse in fucking life. You know what I did? I really did do this one thing that Ned said to do. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
So Ned
Survive middle school or to survive?
No, to survive college.
Oh, okay.
Ned had all these like shorts where he'd be like, "Here's a mini tip, like a 1-minute tip," and I had this comedy writing class at 10 a.m. written by the comedy writing class was taught by a woman named Marty Cook. She was a writer for Full House, and so like
She must have been really funny.
No, all of her advice was like to have a character turn towards camera and then slap their cheeks and go, "Uh-oh."
You got
That
it,
was
dude.
That was my final, and I passed. But anyway, so I could never get there by 10 a.m. because of how late I would stay up doing whatever I was doing back then, the catching Pokemon equivalent. So what I would do is I would go into that classroom late at night, and I would set the clock back. I would set the clock back 10 minutes, so if I showed up 10 minutes late, the clock said I was there on time.
Whoa.
And I'm not kidding. That's something that Ned taught me, and I was like, "Yeah, that's right, Ned."
So you set the classroom clock back 10 minutes?
Exactly, so
That's
that I
fucking genius.
Why? Well, don't thank me.
Yeah.
Thank Ned.
Oh, what a fucking
I'm so glad he
scheming
did.
bastard.
So
You can
glad
tell
he
that show was
classified
made
his
before
book.
cell phones were popular.
Yeah.
Yup. Exactly. Yeah, I had like a Nokia brick phone, and then I remember at one point, the teacher Marty Cook being like, "You guys, you all need to get here on time. Something's wrong with this clock. This clock keeps messing up, but it is not 10 o'clock. It is 10:10." And I remember like turning to my friends and laughing. And being like,
That's awesome.
I'm paying $40,000 a year to do this.
That's a great story. Well, all right, we're at the end of the show. Asterios, it was awesome having you on.
Yeah, it was amazing.
We're both big fans of you and the Dick Show and the old show, longtime followers. So,
Look, do me a favor, guys. Do me a favor. Are you listening?
Oh, I'm listening.
Invite me back on sometime when, like, I am in a quiet place.
Is that ever?
That's
the
more
case,
on you, I
Asterios?
think, than us.
No,
How are we supposed
true.
to know?
No, you're not wrong. Look, okay, the next time I come on,
Next time you come on, it'll probably be a different podcast because this one's only got like 3 more episodes and we're canceling.
Digi, spoilers! Spoiler alert that we're ending this on
Yikes.
episode 20.
oh, okay, well,
No, 'cause we don't want to
nice
pull a
knowing
big.
you guys.
We don't want to pull the biggest problem and have like a random end for no reason, and
Yeah.
then like have people spread rumors. Like we want to end it on a high note.
Yeah.
Well, then you should just end it now because I'm on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Good
you
night,
didn't get
everyone.
high because those girls didn't give you the weed, though.
Yeah.
I should have had the money out first.
Yeah. Well,
Asterios, plug more shit because you got like Mega Man books. You got Twitter. Like I want to hear everything.
I've got all your books, man. I've got them all right over here, and I've got a Santa Cuck costume
Your Santa Cuck is great. Everybody should go on iTunes.
signed. I have a signed piece.
Is that
of
still
Santa
number
Cuck
one
costume.
in any like random obscure country?
I don't know. I haven't looked into it in forever. But I mean, yeah. You know, look, if your listeners if they've already subscribed to me at patreon.com/Asterios and YouTube/Asterios and they listen to Science Friction at sciencefiction.fun, yeah, I got a store. I think it's a gumroad.com/Asterios. You can buy my 56-page full-color graphic novel Toys for Cheap, which is a fake catalog of dangerous and insane toys.
Incidentally,
Yeah?
thing to use if you're out of toilet paper taking a nasty shit, because you will probably read that book in the bathroom. I know I did.
Yeah. and also, it like, I'm not kidding. It took us forever to find the right kind of stock to
Yeah.
print that book up.
It's
because
the
we
right
want-
kind of paper to use as toilet paper.
Yeah, because we very specifically were looking for catalog stock, like old 1980s like newsprint style catalog stock that you get like in the Sears Wish book or the JCPenney toy catalog. So it's real soft on your ass but it's real hard with the jokes, and you can get it at Gumroad down at Asterios or search for it on Amazon. And thank you guys for having me on. This was so much fun.
Oh, it's probably the most fun episode we've ever done.
I love it.
I had a great time. Are we leaving you somewhere safe, Asterios? Do you know your way home?
I'm 100% not kidding. I'm at an Italian. I just walked into like Little Italy.
Yeah? Is that safer than Chinatown?
I don't think so because I feel like there's some sort of like there's a lot of restaurant tables that are completely empty. It's kind of like this area cleared out real fast.
Oh,
I
no.
feel like
A drive-by just happened.
or is about to. So
Well, it's 11:18 at night on a Wednesday, so it could just be that.
no, it's always time for crime in New York.
All right, well, we know you've got a smartphone on you, so Google Maps your way home. Call some Ubers, maybe.
All right, look, if I die, catch more Pokemon for me, okay?
Oh,
No
you
problem.
better believe it. I'll find your iPhone and I'll complete that Pokédex for you.
Thank you. All right,
Well, hey,
I'll talk to
Digi,
you
how
guys
do we
later.
end this
Have a
show?
good night.
Oh, suck my dick, fuck my ass.
Bye.
That's it. We did it.
Monkey Jones is gonna break your bones. He knows what he's talking about. He got stats, you know. A homegrown stone cold balls out killer and a no doubt thriller living in the back of a distillery.
Digi B going great, thinking about life and shit. He's got a big dick, plenty on his mind to spit. So don't doubt his legitimacy. When you see his post, don't think we share and retweet.